In this lecture, we will dive into special methods in Python. These are methods that are predefined by Python and have special significance when used in classes. Special methods, sometimes referred to as magic methods, allow us to customize how objects of our classes behave in various contexts, such as when they are printed or when they are created and destroyed. Before we begin coding, let's outline what we'll cover here. We'll start by exploring two of the most essential special methods, init and del, which handle the construction and destruction of objects. After that, we'll take a look at how we can define what happens when an object is printed using the str method. Finally, we'll explore dir, which controls what happens when we use the dir function to get a list of attributes of our object. Let's begin with initialization and destruction. This refers to the process of creating and cleaning up objects in Python. Whenever we create a new object from a class, Python automatically calls the init method. This is where we typically set up initial values for the object. Let's create a new Python file named specialmethods.py to demonstrate this. We start by defining a class called car. In the init method, we initialize the brand and model attributes with the values passed when we create a car object. Then, we print a message that confirms the creation of the car. It includes the brand and model of the car, which are dynamically inserted using an f-string. Now, we create two instances of the car class. When we run this script, we get a confirmation that the car objects have been successfully created. So, when we instantiate car, the init method runs automatically, setting up the objects with the information we provide. Now that we've seen how objects are created, let's talk about what happens when they are destroyed. The del method comes into play when an object is about to be removed, either because it goes out of scope or we explicitly delete it. This is where we can manage any necessary cleanup before the object is gone. Let's define the del method to handle what happens when an object is about to be destroyed. In this case, we want to print a message confirming the car is being destroyed. We use an f-string to include the brand and model attributes in the message, just like we did when the car was created. This ensures that when the object is deleted, we get a clear confirmation of which car is being destroyed. Now, when we delete car 1, we expect to see a message. If we run the script again, we see that once car 1 is deleted, the destructor is called. We also see the destruction message from the other car because Python automatically cleans up objects being still in memory after the script finishes. In this case, the Honda Civic goes out of scope, triggering the del method and displaying the message. Now let's talk about string representation. In Python, we can control how an object is represented as a string when printed by defining the str method. This method is called when we use the str function or print the object directly. Let's extend our car class by adding the str method. Now, when we print car1 or directly use the str function on car2, Python will automatically invoke the str method to determine what to display. Let's run it. Instead of printing a generic object memory address, we now get a clear and meaningful string representation of the cars. Finally, let's look at attribute access. By default, the dir function returns a list of all attributes of an object. But we can customize this behavior by defining the dir method in our class to control which attributes are shown when dir is called. Let's override the dir function in our class to only show specific attributes. Let's see what happens when we use the dir function on our car1 object. When we run the script, we see a limited list of attributes, including brand, model, and drive. Even though our class has many more attributes, dir now only returns the ones we specified. Just for fun, let's comment out the customize dir method and run the code again to reveal the long list of default attributes inherited from the parent object class. It's a great way to compare how many extra methods and attributes Python adds by default. This clearly shows how crowded the list can get without customizing the dir output. Let's quickly summarize what we covered. We started with initialization and destruction, where we explored how init is used to set up objects when they're created, and how del cleans up objects when they're destroyed. Next, we talked about string representation with the str method, which controls how objects are printed. Finally, we looked at attribute access and how the dir method customizes the list of attributes returned by the dir function. In the next lecture, we'll continue with special methods by introducing operator overloading, a fascinating topic where we'll see how these methods can be used to redefine how operators work on objects.